They're the real victims in Flint.
Are you hopeful that things will get better?
No, not anytime soon.
The families, the children, the people who've been living through this crisis for more than 2 years.
I'm not even asking some for no money. I just want to really make sure my baby be okay.
Now, as the president prepares to visit Flint for the first time since the lead scandal was exposed, Help Me Hank reunites with those people whose stories have captured your attention. In fact, tomorrow the president will meet with children and families who've been impacted by this crisis.
And even though millions of dollars have been sent to Flint during the last few months, the problems obviously remain.
That's right. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester met with the governor and Flint families to reveal the real story in the vehicle city.
The water in Flint, it's still unsafe. The daily struggle remains for everyone affected. And now, for the first time, the president will see these problems firsthand.
So they tested the water with the filter on and the levels are still high.
For Tiffany Davenport and her 2 daughters, the last 2 years have been a huge struggle.
I've been trying so hard to do everything right, and then this.
The water Tiffany's children drank, the water she was told was safe, was actually harming her children.
She was supposed to go to kindergarten, but she can't because she's not meeting the criteria where she's supposed to be.
I first met Tiffany and her daughters here at this lead testing event in Flint earlier this year. I took these pictures of her young girls and asked if we could follow their story. Unfortunately, weeks after we met, Tiffany got the news. Both of her daughters had high lead levels, and it was clear to her that it was affecting their ability to learn.
You can fix my house, I don't own this house. So.
But how do you fix your kids?
Right. You can't.
The lead testing results for Tiffany's home and, more importantly, her daughters all laid out in this report. The bottom line, the numbers across the board, extremely high.
If they come out soon and tell you the water's safe, what will you think?
No.
You won't believe it?
No.
In January, I met Francine Dyes.
That's how slow it comes out?
That's how slow it comes out.
Francine had a filter downstairs, but upstairs her water was yellow. The shower and tub difficult to use. I recently made my way back to Francine's home. The family still relying on bottled water and dealing with difficult news.
And the doctor told her that she would grow out of it, but she didn't.
Francine learned her granddaughter, who spends a significant amount of time in her home, has very high lead levels. She believes it's affecting her behavior. Francine, like many we've met in Flint, not optimistic right now about the future.
Are you hopeful that things will get better?
No, not anytime soon, not really.
There has been some progress in Flint, though. The mayor moving forward with a plan to remove pipes, 30 homes total, but money is now running out. The governor and the feds have worked to establish programs to help with nutrition and education. But the one thing everyone wants to know is, when will this be over? Remember, many here have been relying on bottled water for almost 2 years. Here's what the governor told me Monday. You've been aware of the problem for about 8 months now. Do you have a timeline on when the water will be clean, and why is it taking so long?
It's based on science. This is not something to just pick an arbitrary date.
Are you thinking in a month? Are you thinking a year? I mean, there's got to be some sort of timeline as to when you think the water will be safe.
Well, again, filtered water can work effectively, so that's a huge step forward
But
over
I mean,
people looking at bottled
out of their faucet.
Yeah, again, I don't want to create speculation on that.
Wednesday, the president makes his way to Flint. He will meet with families. He will talk with leaders. He will see firsthand the real struggle. But will it change the reality for people like Tiffany and Francine and thousands of others here in Flint? The mayor continues moving forward with her plan to rip out some lead pipes in Flint. The governor saying right now that more testing needs to be done before his plan can move forward. I'm Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank. Back to you.